and welcome to the Habits and Home Show. I'm your host, Lisa Lazat, and I help busy moms bring order to their homes by downsizing and decluttering and ditching old habits in exchange for systems that bring peace and more enjoyment to their lives. If you're a mom trying to show the love of Jesus to your family, but the clutter in your home keeps you overwhelmed and frustrated, you have come to the right place. On this podcast, you will hear easy, step-by-step tips to declutter and create systems so you can keep your home organized and finally walk in the peace God has promised you. Need some accountability? I've got you covered there too. Join the Accountability Club, a community of like-minded mamas decluttering and systemizing our homes together. Are you ready, friend? Let's get started. Hey friends, and welcome to the show. With it being a new year, you're probably thinking, this is the year that I am going to finally get organized. I'm going to start living more minimal. I am going to get out of the chaos that I've been living in. I'm going to learn how to manage my time better, be more productive. You're probably feeling that way, but what happens? Around February or March, we start to fizzle out, right? Well, I want to encourage you not to fizzle out. I don't want you to be like the rabbit in the tortoise and the hare. I guess it's called a hare, not a rabbit. I want you to take a slow and steady approach to decluttering this year. So I'm going to share with you what we're doing inside the Accountability Club so that maybe you can make your own checklist and kind of follow along with us if you're not yet ready to hop inside the club and become a member. Now, let me just tell you, if at any point you want to join, you can also cancel at any time. If there's 1 month that you need a little bit more support in, hop in and then you can hop right out, okay? You can come and go whenever you need. So I'm going to share with you what we're doing inside the Accountability Club throughout the year of 2025. If you want to write these down and follow along with us from month to month, you can, or you can click the link below to join the Accountability Club and see what the list is so that you don't have to write it down. You can actually take a screenshot of the graphic so that you can keep up with us from month to month and do this on your own. Now, if you are someone who you know yourself, you're just not going to do it on your own, I liken what I do to say you, at the beginning of the year, you want to lose weight. Well, you join the gym and you try to go about it on your own, but you're just not getting the results that you want. And so you hire a personal trainer. Well, that's kind of what I do. I work with clients one-on-one in my private sessions, but then if you are someone who likes to work in groups, I do the accountability, or I offer the Accountability Club as well. So there's always those options. However, if you are just a podcast student and you like to get the tips and tricks and guidance from me right here, I want to share how you can approach decluttering your house this year. Like I said, you don't have to write this down. Just click the link below to join the club. You'll go to the landing page and you could take a screenshot of our yearly schedule that we have going on inside the club this year. Okay, so in January, I want to encourage you to declutter your digital photos. And hopefully this will include your digital videos as well. And I am almost to the point where I'm going to put both the Decluttering Your Digital Photos course and the digital videos, the home video course on the shop for you to get some guidance, how I do my own photos, my own videos, so that you can follow along in that way. Okay, so I really want to encourage you in the month of January, declutter your photos and your videos. Now, just start with the year 2024. Start with the previous year, and then once you do that entirely, then work your way backwards throughout the other years. In February, I want to encourage you to declutter your paperwork. Now, this is one system and one challenge that a lot of people join in the month of February inside the club because they want that guidance, they want that accountability to actually follow through with decluttering their papers and systemizing them so that they have mental and physical and emotional clarity over their paperwork. Okay, so I'm going to give you a system for that, but I want to encourage you, if that's something you could do on your own, February is going to be your month to focus on your paperwork. In March, I want to encourage you to declutter your sentimental items. So these are items that you maybe brought from childhood, your husband has brought from childhood, or your children, you're just collecting sentimental items left and right. And I want you to create a system for containing those sentimental items instead of having them floating all over your home. So I want you in the month of March to focus on decluttering your sentimental items. So that could mean a lot of different things to a lot of different people. So anything that just brings up that emotional, connection to childhood, to your past, those are considered sentimental items. All right, in the month of April, the weather is starting to get, really nice and warmer for most of us. I want to encourage you to declutter your garage and your shed. This is a great time to get outside, to pull things out in the yard or pull things out on your carport and really take a healthy inspection of the items that you are kind of been holding on to inside your garage and your shed. I've been working with a client one-on-one. She's my 10 a.m. appointment on Mondays. And she's like, Lisa, hold me accountable. Do not let me leave my garage until we are finished working through the entire garage. And we have been working in it for about 4 weeks now. And she's like, I'm still not done. I'm going to come back. And she doesn't work on it throughout the rest of the week. She's like, nope, the things that I don't enjoy doing, I'm going to save our hour call to do it with you each week. And so I'm like, that's a great way to use our one-to-one coaching time. So I want to encourage you to declutter and systemize your garage and your shed. Okay, in the month of June, we're going to be focusing on your time management system. So, like I said, screenshot the graphic that is on the landing page for the Accountability Club and say, okay, I'm going to commit to focusing on creating my time management system. Now, if you just are not a problem solver or, you can't work through the clarity of that, then I do have a course if you want to go about doing this on your own. I do have a standalone course without any accountability or coaching that I take you through that entire process of how I had set up my time management system. And y'all, I am a recovering procrastinator. And I have so much clarity over how I manage my time now. I have a very strategic system, and your systems only work if you maintain the habits to actually follow through with them, right? And so it took a lot of practice. It took a lot of grace. It took a lot of forgiving myself for not following through. And now I am really, really good at managing my time. I show up to places on time, if not early, and that has never been the case for like 40 years. Okay, so in the month of July, we are going to be focusing on decluttering our kids' clothes. And I want to encourage you to do the same as well if you are a podcast student. Now, why do we do our kids' clothes in July? Well, because a new school year is about to start, and we want to get a head start on it by decluttering our kids' clothes in July so that we can take inventory and know what we have to buy for when our kids go back to school. Okay, so July is a great month to declutter your kids' clothes. In the month of August, we are focusing on our back to school systems, and I do have a standalone course for your back to school systems as well. I give you a workbook as well as some videos to help you walk through that. Our back to school systems cover everything from our evening routine, which I always recommend that's where you start when you're building out your system, all the way to our morning routine, how we're going to make our kids' lunches, our dinner plans, our breakfast plan, what we're going to make each and every day, all of that. I always say that systems provide mental clarity. It's your standard operating procedures. So if you have ever had a job, your place of employment has standard operating procedures. When they hire a new employee, they have procedures of how they're going to train that person. When they might have opening procedures for the day and closing procedures for the day. Okay, so I want to encourage you to think of your home like you are a home manager. You are a business manager, and you need to have your standard operating procedures, like every part of your day, broken down to where you have clarity over how it runs and how it functions. A lot of us we're not raised to run our homes like this. We're kind of like in reactive mode all of the time. We're just reacting. And that's why we're in this heightened state of stress all the time. And this is why we lash at our kids, is because we don't have clarity over what comes next in our day. We don't have clarity over how we go about planning our meals or how we go about preparing, what time we start dinner. So I want to encourage you to break down your home. You can even just start in one area and think, okay, this is a task. What are the standard operating procedures for me to be able to complete that task on a regular basis? So, all that being said, August is a great month to focus on creating and practicing your back to school systems, okay? In the month of September, I want you to focus on decluttering your master bedroom. Our master bedrooms tend to be the place where we shove everything when guests come over, because it's kind of taboo to go in a master bedroom, right? When guests come over. And so we think, oh, it's a great place to hide things. It's a great place to put all of our things that we never get around to it. And so I want you to take that entire month and focus on your master bedroom, okay? This should be a place of sanctuary for you. This should be a place of calm. So take the entire month. Don't rush through it. Don't think you have to get everything done so quickly. And then if you do get it done within the first week, then go back and do another layer. Ask yourself, what can I live without? What can I live without and still be happy? In the month of October, we're going to switch gears and we're going to declutter our kids' bedrooms. Because why are we doing this so far in advance? Before Christmas comes, because we want to declutter those toys that our kids have grown out of, because we know what's going to happen in December when Christmas rolls around. They're going to get new stuff. This is a great time that we just do a healthy purge of the old, because the new is going to come in. And maybe the new isn't going to come in because you are now taking on, like, adopting the tradition of experiences over gifts. That's great. You can still do a healthy purge in your kids' bedrooms during the month of October. In the month of November, I want you to focus on establishing your laundry system. Now, dishes and laundry. Okay, I would say dishes, laundry, and cooking, like meal planning or the lack of meal planning, are probably the trifecta of chaos for, well, I would also say time management. But as far as the duties in our home, those are the three that hang up people or hang up moms a lot, or women that are managing their home. Dishes, they're just always piling up. It's like a revolving door. We always have to do them. Clothes, we always have to wash them. We always have to put them away. And so I really want to encourage you in the month of November to get clarity over your laundry system and practice and put it into place and practice it with your entire family, no matter how old your kids are. Now, of course, if you have like an under 5-year-old, that means that you are helping them a lot when it's their day to wash their clothes. Okay. So in the month of November, I want to encourage you to focus on establishing and practicing your laundry system. And inside the Accountability Club, we actually do a 20-day challenge where we're checking in each and every day that we have started and completed an entire cycle for our laundry. In the month of November, I also want to mention that this is the time that you should plan for Christmas. So write out who you are needing to buy for, who you want to buy for. Also create your itinerary. So what are some of the things that you want to do during the Christmas holiday? What are some of the things that are must-dos and some of the things that are want-to-dos? Now, let me just mention, in the month of November, okay, that is not the time, or month of November and December, that is not the time to talk to the in-laws or your parents about Christmas gifts. No. I want you to right now go to your reminders app or even in your calendar and set a reminder in the month of July to have a conversation with your family members about what we're going to do for gifts for your kids and even for yourself for this holiday season. So in the month of July, that's a good time to talk to your family about gifts and what you're wanting to do this year. But in the month of November, I do want you to write out who you are buying for so that when you go into the holiday buying season or the Christmas buying season, you're not making emotional decisions. You're making decisions that are very rational and very thought out. Now we're rounding out this entire year, and in the month of December, I want you to focus on decluttering your kitchen and establishing a meal plan, okay? So in the month of December, hopefully that's like the month that you're getting into the kitchen and you're cooking more and you're baking with your kids, and just take a moment and do one cabinet a day or one drawer a day in the month of December to declutter and systemize your kitchen, and then also create your meal planning system. My meal planning system is very simple. I actually have a little workbook that you can buy that gives you tons of ideas for your meals, but it also kind of breaks down how I do my meal planning system, which I do on my weekend reset. So I really want to encourage you to have your meal planning system in place. And if you don't already, maybe you don't even want to wait till December. You want to go ahead and get started on that so you can practice this entire year. I do want to encourage you to do that. Now, don't burn yourself out. If you are a person that gets started and you're all gung-ho like the hare and the tortoise and the hare, but you quickly fizzle out, then I want to encourage you to look at this schedule and challenge yourself to take one area each month to focus on. Now, if you're someone who joins the gym and you try to do it on your own, but you're just not following through, then you might want to hire a personal trainer, which I would love to work alongside of you, either in the accountability club or in our one-to-one coaching. And you can find links for all of those resources down in the show notes below. All right, friends, I hope you are looking forward to a great year to come, and that this year is going to be the year that you get more organized and systemized in your home. All right, I will see you right here next time on the Habits and Home Show. Hey friend, before you go, I wanted to tell you more about the Accountability Club. Each month, we'll tackle a new space in our homes and work together to declutter and set up systems so we can easily maintain order without getting overwhelmed. You'll get a new decluttering tutorial each month, the coaching and accountability you need to actually follow through, and encouragement without judgment from other Christian moms in a safe environment. And guess what? The entire club is off of social media, so you don't have to worry about distractions the world may throw at you. Sweet friend, if you're feeling stuck in your decluttering journey, this is the place for you. Click the link below to try out the Accountability Club and start decluttering today.